you're well. J.M. Wood here, Honeybees and Sandcastles. Hadn't posted in a while, but just been on the road traveling. And I've already pulled about 162 pounds off of the girls behind me here, the hives you see. It's first part of June. I've made one early pull at the end of May on a couple of hives. I stuck those frames back in. Bees have filled those back up for the most part, but one thing I'm going to show you today, I'm going to go in and pull those selective frames out. But here in Georgia, one of the things that can happen is, especially a little bit later in the summer, they don't always cover them in wax the way that most people say, hey, make sure they're 80% covered in wax before you pull them, so they make sure they're cured. Because of the humidity here, we've had a lot of rain here lately, sometimes they may not cap them at all, but the honey may be done, cured. So I think it's important to pull them out at some point if you want to take the honey. And then I'll show you what I do with them with a refractometer and a box fan. It's pretty simple, and leaving some time on them to finish the curing, but I'll show you what I do. And I simply just put a little, a container. You can buy these at your local store here, just a container that has a deep box in the middle of it. So I'm going to bring the honey over here, put it inside here so the bees don't get it, and then take it into my shop. Now here's another thing I like to do. Don't worry about the scribbling, but this simply shows me the notes that I take each time I pull honey, which one of my hives I have, how many frames I left, where the frames are, so that the next time I know when to date them and come back and pick them up potentially. So that's a good thing. Well, let's just see what we got. There we go. All right. Still wet. I don't know that I need to take it yet. No, they're capping. Now, here's the trick. It's whether or not you take this. They're starting to cap it though. Just not quite ready. Now, a little weight on it. Just to make sure. Ready to go. Okay. That one's pretty much capped. Looks beautiful. They got it where the queen can lay in the middle, but the queen's not up here. So I'm going to take that honey. Watch this. A little more of a violent type of option, but here's what I would say I do. Try to be easy with the bees here. I just brush them off little by little. Brush them off. I don't use a ton of smoke on these actually, because the smoke will get in the honey if you use too much. That's what I've always been worried about, so I'll try my best not to have a ton of smoke on them. Okay, I'm gonna put this one up. Let me smoke these girls a little bit. I get a little active. Get them off of it just a little. Alright. Next frame. Let's see what we got here. See? They got it situated where the queen can come in here and lay. They got all those figured out down in the bottom ready for her for some reason. She's not up here though. And here's some, see, this is uncapped, but it's dull. It's not shiny on this, so I'm going to take this and finish it with a box fan. Alright. Okay, and you can see I'm just repeating the same thing. I've set these up where I knew this honey. This is heavy. It's got honey on it. It's not all capped, but I can tell you, see how they're capping the ends? And I'll just dry it. It's not shaking out, but it's definitely got honey in here. All right, now this one, I know this thing, so it shows honey all across here. It may look like it's not. This is a great example. See, it's capped. It actually was capped in the middle. They've pulled this off several times and they eat on it, so I'm actually going to pull this. And here's another good example. It's got a lot of bee bread on this side. See, this is older honey it's been traveled over so much. This stuff's ready to go. I need to pull it before they end up eating it. Okay, well, you can see I brought that one box of deeps back. I got a box fan just simply sitting on top of it, blowing down. Got a couple of sleepers on the bottom so the air can circulate. And then I'll go stuff stick another box right on top of that as soon as I pull it out. Okay, based on my notes, this hive's got 3 that I left last time. They're mediums. Let me grab them. Okay, well, there's honey all down in here. There's not a tremendous amount, but I am going to take this one. Set this one off. It's already capped with most of that. Okay, well, here's another box with the box fan added on. I'll let that run for at least a day and a half, 2 days, just make sure that it's well under 18%. That's usually what I like. And it's not far off now, but we'll get it there. Great way to do it. Just make sure that it helps you to make sure that you're just well within the limits, and then use a refractometer to check it. Here's a barrel full of honey, about 50 pounds right there. And got another one set up. And all right, and here's what the end result looks like. I got about 162 pounds of this already, so that's what we're looking for. Hey, use that technique and hopefully it'll help you, but box fan can really come a long way in June and 1st of July in the South. Hey, hope you enjoyed. Hopefully you can use that technique to help you with curing your honey. If you need to, just make sure it's good and cured. Bees will do 95% of it, but sometimes in humidity you need that extra help. So don't